Welcome back. Or welcome for the first time. For some of you. So I know it's supposed to be Blender because it's Friday. But... not feeling it. Nope. Because you really have to have a plan before you do stuff with Blender. Or maybe you don't need a plan. Maybe you can do something without a plan. I have no plan for today. I have no plan for today. But maybe there's something else I can do. Got nothing. Nothing! Yeah. I have nothing at all. Nothing! Nothing. Nothing. I have no plans. No plans at all. No plans at all! No plans at all. Which is typical for me. Yeah. I never have plans. Never have plans. Never. Suppose we could talk about, like, writing stuff for a while. Cause, like, I know all the writing ideas. Like, I get so many ideas. And, like, well, yeah, it's so hard to just actually sit down and write them out. No! Music! Yes! Music! That's something to do. I just had the idea. I just had an idea. I just had an idea. So, we're gonna run with it. Yeah. Music! Music today. Music. As soon as I get Audacity open. Oh, what do you know? Here it goes. That was a mistake. Why can't I capture Audacity? Oh, here we go. Ding! It didn't work. captured. Okay. Arrested. Okay. It didn't work. It didn't work. Why can't I do that? That would have been so fun. Would have been such a fun stream. But maybe I can... Well, you can't hear it, but I'll record anyway. Let's play the back. Yeah, you can't hear fucking anything. Okay, so what else did we stream? Did. Blender. Blender, yeah. We'll do the Blender stream anyway. Like I wasn't gonna, but we'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah. We'll have fun with it. Blender. I like Blender. It's fun. We'll do another spaceship. Blender. It's not working. Whisper? That works. There we go. Take a look. Blender. It's open. I can do things with it. So I'm thinking spaceship again. I don't know why I keep defaulting back to spaceships though. But yeah, spaceship. It's like I have one track mind and that one track is stuck on science fiction. I mean, theoretically, if we didn't want to do a spaceship, we could do a Bolo. Yeah, we could do a Bolo. But I just realized that you might not know what a Bolo is, so Google. Yeah, there's pictures everywhere on Google, but like nothing that I really think catches the idea of what a Bolo is precisely. So I'll just tell you, a Bolo's a tank, a big tank. Yeah, like calling a Bolo a tank is kind of like, you know, understating what exactly I'm talking about here. Like, yeah, there's plenty of pictures. There's plenty of pictures on the internet, but like, nothing that really like catches the idea that this is a Bolo. Like, these things are like, you know, huge. Oh, here's one. Yeah. Here's like a, yeah. Yeah. It's like what the fuck? What the fuck? Did that window just start working out of nowhere? Shut it off. Yeah. So yeah, Bolo. Right. That's why it wasn't working last time. I didn't have it turned on. This is a drawing of Nike. It was like one of my favorite Bolos of all time. Yeah, I got the book she's from actually somewhere right here. I might read that at some point actually, but like there's no official art of like Nike, but yeah, she is huge. Like with every Bolo, and I'm not just gendering her because like, you know, oh, you call the tank she, no, she's actually a woman. Like, the onboard AI is fully sapient, and that's the whole point. Like, you know, but that's the entire point of the Bolo, is that they are every bit as smart as you are, and they are like there's no going for so the whole thing starts with like self-propelled tanks, like not self-propelled, but like self-driving tanks that are supposed to be able to accomplish like at least part of a mission on their own, or even just reunite with a unit if the operator's incapacitated or whatever. It's like super high-tech tanks. But then someone was also took this idea of like, if you super armor the tank, then you're better off just like cramming as much armor and as many guns as possible in the tank and not worrying about making it small. And the Bolos for hundreds, like thousands of years, just kept up with the same design, like the same philosophy, just make it bigger and better armored and slap more guns on it. And they just grew to ridiculous sizes. And the best part is that the AIs got more advanced over time, so the Bolos just got smarter and more capable, and they eventually went from like they went from like, we can like we're just gonna do the mission to we'll get the mission done right, and we'll make sure no one gets hurt. I think that was like the Mark 20 Bolo. That was the first one to really be properly intelligent. What is the... I hate it when it does weird things. There we go. But yeah, like the Mark 20 was the first one to properly be intelligent. And like no one really realized it was intelligent at first until like they were doing trials for it, and they threw like this situation at it where it's like okay, this situation is absolutely hopeless, how do you react? And the Bolo just goes like, okay, this situation is absolutely hopeless, there's no hope of victory, there's no hope of surrender, charge! Somehow this actually manages to like work, and afterwards like it's like, okay, why did the Bolo just charge like that? Like there must have been some sort of like super tactical thinking that was going on here, right? It's like nope, I just decided to go out in a blaze of glory. Like, there's no winning this situation, so we die with honor! Like, hold on, that's a terrifyingly human concept. Are these things intelligent? Well, yes, they are. Very intelligent. And then years later with Nike, it turns out that, like, yeah, they're intelligent, and they also just, like, don't really care about things like, you know, orders. Like, no, they're like, they'll obey your orders, but they're more concerned with, whether or not everyone's gonna survive. And more than whether or not everyone's going to survive, they're concerned with whether or not this is going to go well for everyone. Like, they can and will just, like, well, they can't, in theory, like, actively disobey orders. But they'll do it anyway if they absolutely need to. There's this one story where, a Bolo, Lance, gets his computer smashed really badly in the middle of a fight. Right after he's finished loading all the civilians in the battlefield, like, he opens up his he opens up his passenger area, takes on every civilian in the battlefield, and prepares to evacuate them. And then right when he's starting the evacuation, bang! Like, headshot! Straight to the computer. Doesn't wipe it out, but it's slowly falling apart, and his identify friend or foe system's just completely gone. Like, he can't tell the difference between anyone. And so his immediate reaction is, okay, shoot everyone who has a gun, and then head for the hills, and hope someone friendly finds the civilians after I die. Yeah. And that's basically the whole story, is just him just, like, running for the nearest, shelter with a passenger compartment full of civilians, and hoping that he manages to get them all to safety. It's actually a pretty sad story, because the entire story, he's being chased by what he thinks is an enemy. But actually, it's another Bolo from his own faction, who's just trying to figure out what happened. And he spends the entire story just shooting at him. But it's like, yeah, these guys are like massive AI war machines that would rather not be war machines. Like, they'd much rather do something that doesn't involve war, but unfortunately, they have to do war. So they're gonna do it right the first time. And the entire time there's like people who keep making things difficult for them. Like Nike's story, Miles to Go. Oops. She spends, what happens is that there's this, commanding officer who basically just, the dude is super corrupt. He's part of, like, this scheme to start building, like, real estate on this planet, that she's stationed on. And unfortunately, they gotta get rid of the base there, to start building. So they're staging a pirate attack to, justify, it's complicated. It's very complicated. I have to actually read the story to explain it, but basically, when Nike figures out the plan, she immediately turns around, kills the guy, and then moves to get rid of the pirates before everyone there's dead. And there's a sort of program in the Bolos at the time that's like, okay, if the Bolo is disobeying a direct order, a superior officer can use this emergency command to kill them with a sort of self-destruct program. So it's like, yeah, even though it's gonna kill her, she just goes ahead and breaks that one order. Just because Bolos are like that. I should really read this story because it is good. But I can't find it anywhere. Like, I have it somewhere, but I can't find it right now. But yeah, we are now going to try to design Nike because I like Nike. Getting the skirt right is difficult. Like, I want to do the skirt properly, but it's difficult. Okay. I'm gonna solidify these. I think. Throw solidify modifier on here. It's not working. That's not working. Okay. No. Hey, this hurt. Oh, that works. That's stupid. There we go. Okay. That works. That works. Yeah. I'd probably do a Gundam, but, well, Gundams are hard to, like, to model in Blender. Especially without, like, actual, visual guide or something. Yeah. Like a blueprints or something like that. It's gonna make the UV absolutely weird, but whatever! You know what? No, we'll not do it like that. We won't do it like that. We won't. Instead... do it... not like that. Nope. We'll just leave it like that, yeah. Figure out something to fix it later. Yeah. I do want to have, like, the skirt there. Just to have that extra defense over the tracks. Well, maybe we'll take the front off the skirting. Yeah. Yeah. So I cannot see the thing with Blender right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and move... I'm gonna move the OBS actually. Yeah, make that a bit easier for me. There we go. Now we have the Blender. Again, I should also probably be doing War of the Worlds, but, the trouble with that is I still can't figure out the rigging! Like, I need more rigging practice before I even start to try it, because it's... all of the stuff for War of the Worlds is very sort of rig-dependent. There we go. There we go. Let me start for the, for the skirt. There we go. I am getting, like, way into this right now. So there we have side skirts. And I'm imagining the treads just being sort of around the side here. To be modeled later. Now, the turrets... I might actually extend her body a bit, depending on how things go with the turrets. It's supposed to be a sort of rounded, dome-shaped turret, but that's not the greatest design, really. So I'm thinking of going for a more boxed turret. More classically boxed turret. Although dome might be a good design, militarily speaking, but only for like certain turret styles. Hold on, I'm gonna Google this. I'm gonna actually do some research here. Let's see. Oh, Wikipedia. That provides protection, visibility, and ability to turn and aim. Okay. A modern gun turret is generally a rotatable weapon mount that houses the crew or mechanism of a projectile firing weapon, and at the same time lets the weapon be aimed and fired in some degree of azimuth and elevation. Okay. Okay. A smaller turret, or a sub-turret set on top of a larger one, is called a cupola. The term cupola is also used for a rotating turret that carries a sighted device rather than weaponry, such as that used by a tank commander, okay? Oh, warships! Here we go. This one should have it somewhere. I am getting stuck on Wikipedia here. Mm-hmm. Wow, the designs have gone back to the 18th century? No. $1859? Superposed turrets on the US. Super. Is that? Okay, so that's 4. Hold on. What even? Huh? Oh, okay. So there was difficulty with the. Got it. Okay. Hold on. I found a couple of different. I found some turrets that were absolutely like just what? Like, okay. This is a superposed turret from USS, I believe it was USS Georgia? Might have been HMS Georgia. No, I believe it was USS Georgia. 4 guns mounted with 2 smaller ones above 2 larger ones, and, this is from the King George V. HMS King George V. Look at that thing! like, they're... How? Why? Excuse me? That is ridiculous. Like that is ridiculous. Like, there's 4 guns right next to each other. It's just taking up the entire body of the turret. There's no room. It's just such a... How? Design. Oh, here we have something. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to see a thing here. The reason why that dome turret shape was dropped, it was it had poor elevation. Apparently. That explains a lot. That explains a lot. Okay. At the same time, you have the problem with, shot traps. Yeah. Yeah, shot traps, that's what it's called. Little sort of... Hold on. Gotta get a picture of this to explain it better. Straight off of Wikipedia, perfect example. Perfect. Right from the Tiger 2 as well. Oh, that makes it perfect. Tiger 2. That makes it perfect. Yeah. Also featured on the Panther, M26 Pershing, and KV-1. Wow. That's a lot of tanks in the First World War. But yeah, this is the Tiger 2, the first pre-production prototype, like one of the early pre-production prototypes. And you can see right on the front, right underneath the gun, there's this sort of, it curves inward. So what can happen is that if a shell hit just below the gun, it will get redirected downward right into the top of the hull. And yeah, in classic Wunderwaffe fashion, there was a glaring weakness. Yes, it's a thing. You know, you look at. That's the thing. Is like you look at so many stupid, glaring weakness, barely workable weapon designs from World War II, and so many of them are from the Wunderwaffe programs. Like, I know they were desperate for a win, but I know they were desperate for a win, but so much money thrown after stupid, barely workable ideas. I mean, this is to be expected of the same organization that thought that pissing off literally an entire continent was a good idea. I mean, like, they seriously, they literally pissed off all of Europe, including the Russians. Like, you had power blocks forming. There was going to be, at some point or another, some sort of armed conflict between the Russians and everyone else. And then they were like, suddenly, along comes this band of idiots who are just attack everyone and manage to start wars with everyone. Like, even the guys who worked with them ended up fighting against them just because they found a way to piss them off too. Like, you managed to get everyone on the continent fighting you by the end of the war. Like, that has to be the worst sort of achievement possible. Like, yes, this is the same group that, like, got to thinking that it would be a grand idea to, attack everybody. I think we all know who I'm talking about here, because, like, those guys were just... Why did you think that was a good idea? Why? did you think it was a good idea? How did you think it was a good idea? I'm gonna shrink it down on the Z-axis a bit further, actually. There we go. -10. There we go. There we go. Man, it's like, even though they had allies, those allies were gonna turn against them in the end. Yeah. It's like, there are some fights where you're just opening with a bad strategy. I mean, like, they were literally... We're talking about the guys who basically took the art of war, threw it out the window, ignored everything Sun Tzu had to say, and got wrecked for it. So we're not gonna repeat the stupid design. We're gonna go for something a bit smarter. I'm thinking a more battleship style turret. Let's see. A bit closer to what you'd find on a Iowa class, I think. So slightly inspired by like the battleship type designs, I think, yes. But not quite as wide. Or as huge. Because there's only gonna be the one, one gun in it. I don't think we'll give it a flat roof either. But Loop cut. Okay. There we go. One. 2. 1.25 maybe. Yeah. That looks a bit better. And I think we'll take the loop cut down to about here. Just a 1. 0. Zero. Yes. The trouble, of course, is that now it just doesn't work. There we go. Nope. Because I have to make the hellbore on the front here. Yeah, it's what these big guns are called, the hellbores. Hold on, I gotta find the exact description of this here again, because I lost it again. Like, I keep forgetting this, but hellbores are just fucking terrifying. That's what I remember. It uses like a fusion lance or something like that. Hellbore. Here we go. Wiki. The Hellbore is a plasma gun originally developed for use by the Concordia Navy, but it has a long service as the main and iconic weapon of the Bolo. Until the development of battle screen in the late 28th century, a single Hellbore shot was capable of destroying almost any target, and even after this, it was typically a penetrating shot and highly damaging weapon. Hellbores have substantial recoil, and Bolos have occasionally used them as an aid to maneuver themselves in a tight situation, or even as improvised reaction controls in space. Oh, did I forget? Yes! Some Bolos have flown. and can continue to fly. Let's see, the first Bolo to mount Hellbore was the Mark 14 in the early 24th century, utilizing a 25-centimeter weapon originally designed for the main battery of the Concordia Navy's Magyar-class battle cruisers. This weapon was also used by the most variants of the Mark 15 was retired by the 27th century, even though 50-centimeter and 60-centimeter models came into use. Ah, yes. The Bolo Mark 20 set a new precedent with the use of 2 Hellbores, albeit only 30-centimeter models, but in general the size of the weapons increased from the late 29th century onwards, with a 90-centimeter Hellbore of the Mark 22, Mark 24, and the Mark 26, replaced by the 110-centimeter models on the Mark 28 through Mark 30. The Mark 23 used a pair of 80-centimeter Hellbores. In the early 34th century, fighting the Malconians, Bolos were utilizing 200-centimeter Hellbores as their main armament, and the 20-centimeter Hellbore was adopted as the new Infinite Repeater at the same time. The Infinite Repeater, by the way, is their point defense gun. So, yeah. That should give you an idea of, like, how stupid overpowered the Bolos are. Like, that by the 34th century, when we're getting into the Mark 30s, we were up to 2-meter wide main guns and 20, like 2-meter wide fucking fusion cannons, and 20-centimeter fusion cannons as like a point defense weapon. Like stupid big guns being used everywhere because they can. Yeah. Yeah, the Infinite Repeaters are very rapid-firing weapons. They're just... stupid. Huge. Like... yeah, they get ridiculous. Enough distraction! I'm still distracted. I kind of worked myself into a corner here because, yeah. The gun should be here. Like, the forward hellbore should be here, but, I kind of messed up the design a bit. So we'll start over. There we go. There we go. And now, edit. So I'm gonna have, yeah. The extra loops in there. Those ones there. Now we make that cylinder finish. Now make it reappear. Yes. There we go. There we go. There. And now, everything up here goes down. And I undo all that because I messed up again. There we go. Okay. And oops. There we go. There we go. I'll stay relatively straight now. And one. There we go. Okay, what now? Okay, there we go. Now we have a relatively straight central farm. Shrink. There we go. There we go. All right. We'll hide the... no, the other cylinder. Yeah, the cylinder will hide for a second. And we'll put a loop cut in there. No, just the one. Okay. It's not gonna be perfect, but... oh well. If... there we go. Okay. Okay. No, not that one. That one. Faces. There we go. I got something really confusing going on with this model here. Okay. So there is a line there. Alright. Now I got it figured out. Actually, wait a moment. Yeah, because I'm gonna be just destroying this one here. Yeah, those edges are going away for good. So I don't know why. Oh well. Here we go. F. And there we go. I messed this one up so bad. I messed it up so bad. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. No, we're not gonna do that either. We're just gonna leave that one there. Just a little ridge at the top. No one's even gonna see it. Forward help. Hey, it's milk done. Next up, designing the, internal, whatchamacallit. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. That gives us exactly what's needed. There. Trouble, of course, being that I want the entire thing to be able to go up to, like, a full... $180, but... we're close enough to it. I mean, honestly, it doesn't even really matter if it doesn't go for the full 180. As long as it gets close enough to it. Here we go. Yeah, that works. There. There we go. Basic start for the hell bar. No. Global. Okay. Oops. Messed up a few things there. Keep it on the global setting. Minus 6.5. 0.8. So it's the X I want to pay attention to there, okay. There we go. Okay, that's better. That's not so better. Alright. Let's add the cube back in. Perfect. I mean, that does create a shot trap, but I'll modify that on the larger turret body because that has to be prevented in a different situation. Okay. And now, let's get rid of the larger cube and deal with these. Oops. suppose I'll get rid of the internal faces while I'm at it. Oops. There we go. Get rid of those. I keep forgetting that I can do it like that. There we go. Perfect. Alright. You don't want the turret rail going beyond there, because that gets in the way of the wheels. How did that other design show it? Yeah, it was basically like that. Oh, I see now, yeah. Yeah. Raise it up on the sides. It doesn't feel like empty space anymore. Okay. That looks reasonable. I don't want to directly plagiarize her design though. Is not a bad design too, so there we go. Still leave some range of motion for the turrets. Yeah, for the forward hellbore, yeah. That's the more proper term. Forward hellbore. As bit of motion there. So does the rear outboard. I do remember it being mounted a bit like that in the book, too. This came out a lot closer to this design than I initially planned on. Like, I apologize. I ended up borrowing a lot more than I thought I was going to. It was honestly not planned at all. Completely unplanned for that to happen. Like the dome-shaped turret, for example, like that wasn't gonna happen, and then it did. And then like the raised edges there on the skirt. Yep, same thing. It's a much wider design though, so yeah, I think I'm gonna bring the sides in a little bit, actually. Just because they do seem a bit wide. Yeah. Yep. No, that looks pretty good. Looks a bit less, stupid wide. Yeah, it looks a lot better, actually. And now... First, we'll bring these back a bit. Of course, things have to get complicated. And of course, I was gonna mess something up at the last moment there. Okay, there we go. Fixed. And... there we go. Okay. So, bring these up. Use the normals, I think. Yep. And this. Let's line them up there. Beautiful. Okay. We still have a bit of a shut trap in here, but oh well. Not much I can do about that at this point. Switch is back at global. There we go. The gun is looking a bit long, so... But tank guns do tend to go a fairly long distance. Someday at it later, just in case. Oh, right, save. Save as. Yes. Oh, I forgot to switch back to here. Oops. Yeah, it's a bit stupid. Here we go. All right. There we go. Perfect. I lined them up perfectly. Yeah, Nike's got two hellbores, one forward, one aft. They make her very dangerous. Yeah. Also, one of the things I really like about Bolo the most is that the tanks are almost never like the robots are almost never the bad guys. In fact, they're almost always the good guys in each story. Like when you actually have a distinction between good guys and bad guys, I mean. Because being war stories, sometimes there is no distinction. Things are just complicated. Yeah. There. Alright, looks slightly less stupid. Slightly. Okay. I think that's gonna have to be about it for tonight's stream. Because, hold on. Am I reading this right? Am I reading this right? I've been streaming for an hour and 45 minutes, exactly, and I've not dropped a single frame. I think that's a first. Because I've dropped frames almost all the time, until now. Wow. Okay then, yeah, an hour and 45 minutes I've been streaming. And I'm unfortunately gonna have to have a very early morning soon. Yeah. Got some complicated work to do. So I think I'll have to call it there for the night. But I like what I did. So yeah. It's been the stream of the day. It's been a bit weird. Hopefully things will calm down soon enough. Hopefully. Definitely by this time next week. Anyway, so I'll see you on Sunday, bright and early. Have a good trip home. And you're always welcome to come back. As long as you make sure it's not for the last time. Bye.